Welcome to Luang Prabang in north-central Laos. This charming city with a population of approximately 55,000 is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a must-see for any visitor to Laos. In this video, we take you for a walk around the peninsula and share our thoughts on the city and what you can expect when visiting it. You will see some great architecture, several Buddhist temples, and the main streets with cafes, restaurants, and shops. We travel the world full-time, and this is one of our favorite cities so far. Join us today as we share this amazing city with you. We're coming to you today from Luang Prabang, Laos. We've been here about 5 weeks. We've been living here, and it's been an absolutely amazing stay so far. Sarah, what do you think of the city?
It's one of the chillest places we've been in all our travels. I love Luang Prabang.
Absolutely. I tell you what, compared to Thailand, it's a little more relaxed, a little chill, lovely locals. It's been fantastic. Today's a great day to be out videoing. The weather's a little bit cooler. It's overcast. It's low 20s, but the weather's been just fantastic since we've been here. We've had lots of weather in the 27s to 30. It's going to get hot next week. We're going to be moving on to our next stop, but join us today. We're going to take you for a little walk around Luang Prabang and tell you a little bit about it. So we're starting out today. We're down at the Mekong River, and it's going to merge into the Mekong, and which is the main river that you come down on the river boats. That's how we got here. We started our stay in Hoi Se, took the river boat to Pak Bang, spent a couple nights there, and then from Pak Bang down to Luang Prabang. And it's a wonderful way to get here, crossing in from northern Thailand. It's very peaceful. It's very quiet here. You can see here is somebody on the river in a boat. There is lots of tourism in Luang Prabang, lots of backpackers. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. You can do lots of activities. There's boat cruises, dinner cruises. You can go see caves. You can go to the waterfalls. It's just a whole bunch of agencies here in town have little businesses. You can inquire at any of them. They'll have signs posted outside. What are the services that they offer? Includes everything, including transportation in and around the city. You can fly here from Bangkok. It's about a 2-hour flight. Cost for that is maybe 150 euros, something like that. Maybe 150 US dollars, a couple hundred Canadian. So the peninsula area of the main downtown part of Luang Prabang is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Around the perimeter, you'll have a ring road that's one way. Keep in mind, locals don't observe this. They go both ways on a one-way road. The scooters are pretty hectic, and we've seen quite a few crashes, actually. We've seen 5 motorcycle accidents since we've been here, one quite serious. But around the perimeter, you'll find all sorts of guest houses and restaurants, lovely architecture. It's absolutely stunning. So you have everything here from hotels, guest houses, lots of hostels. There's a website for hostels. In general, Luang Prabang is not cheap for accommodation on short-term rentals. Even hostels are not that low price, but there is lots of lodging here. You'll be able to find something for sure. Another great thing about Luang Prabang is the food. You can get food from not only local food, but you'll get wonderful maybe Western food or Indian food if you want. We've had the opportunity to go to many restaurants. We haven't cooked the entire time we've been here. And Sarah, what do you think of the food so far?
The food's excellent. I like Lao food a lot. Not quite as spicy generally as Thai, though Northern Thai is similar. We've had a few good foreign meals too, a couple really good Indian meals, as Jay said. Lots of selection here, plenty to choose from.
Yeah, that's right. Local food is relatively inexpensive compared to ordering something like pizza, pasta, some of these things. You're going to pay sort of between 35,000 and 50,000 kip maybe for a dish. Get yourself a couple of dishes and you get a really nice meal for, you know, maybe $4.50 US or less. Definitely. The food here is absolutely wonderful. Oh, I just love these beautiful buildings. Look at this. A lot of this, of course, traditional, goes back to colonial French building and stuff like this, but you also have traditional Lao buildings and houses, and the attention to detail in the construction is very interesting. It's very high quality. Watching them build can be a bit scary, It's bamboo scaffolding and not a lot of safety measures. We've seen some construction and not stuff we're used to seeing. But they get it done, and they get it done quick. So today is a Saturday. It's early in February. I think it's the 8th today, and this is kind of peak season for visitors to come to Luang Prabang. And burning season will be starting. It'll become a little bit more polluted, but as you can see, the area that we're in right now, it's really, really quiet actually. Luang Prabang is a very walkable city. It's a beautiful place to go for a walk, check out what's going on. Always something interesting to see. Compared to Thailand, Laos is more low-key. It's not as noisy. It's a little more relaxed. Like Sarah said earlier, it's chill. We really like it, in fact. I know we say this when we go to new places, this is our new favorite spot. This one stands out above everything else that we've done while we've been traveling. And, you know, if you're new to our channel, you know, we sold everything and left our careers in the beginning of 2024 with the dream of traveling the world full-time indefinitely, and that's what we're doing. And it's been an amazing experience. We've been traveling now for about 12 months, not quite. This is our 11th country in 12 months. I'm really enjoying Southeast Asia. You can always look on our channel. We have lots of playlists from all the countries we visited, videos that we've made in those countries, and there's lots of good stuff there. And you know, if you're watching this and you find these videos valuable, I'd ask you to hit the like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that people like watching our content, helps us grow our channel, helps us out a little bit. Here's a great little Laos store. Gotta like this. So all around Luang Prabang, you're gonna find lots of little neat alleyways, and you gotta go check them out, yeah? So most people coming to Luang Prabang, generally I think the average stay is about 4 days. It's certainly enough time to see everything that's here if you're on a vacation or short-term travel. I think it's a great place to stay long-term, to be honest. It's got everything, and it is, in overall picture, reasonable. We found it to be about number 2 on our list. We track all of our expenses. It's number 2 of all the countries we've been to in terms of the least cost. You'll find all sorts of stuff. Here's a wine bar. And we sort of stick to, you know, kind of low budget costs because we're constantly moving and traveling, and you know, we have to be very aware of what we're spending. But if you come to Luang Prabang and you have money that's, you know, not so much of an object to be concerned about, you can spend a lot of money here. The sky's the limit. They have really high-end, top-of-the-line restaurants. They have incredibly luxurious hotels, resorts. There's the whole thing, right? You got everything from backpackers who don't seem to spend a lot of money at all, and then you've got wealthy tourists coming, people coming from China. This is close to China, actually, only a couple 100 kilometers away. So you have a real mix. You can be frugal, or you can spend a lot. If you want to be frugal on food, you get local food at small restaurants. Sabadi! Local people, wonderful. So friendly. So getting around, there's a couple ways. Tuk-tuk, a little open-air taxi. You have to be careful on the pricing. You must negotiate. You must learn to know what the proper price should be, because they will often quote you something that's considerably more than what you should be paying for that actual trip. So get to know the local prices. Ask somebody, ask a local, maybe ask someone who's been here a while, who's already had the experience of paying too much, and then you'll get a better idea. You can also, most places that you will be staying at, they will have bicycles for use. Sometimes they're rentals, sometimes they're free. People bicycling all around here. And then you also have scooter rentals, lots of scooters like this. To rent a scooter, depends where you go in terms of license requirement, or not even asking. And you need to leave your passport, which is not something I like to do. I have borrowed a friend's scooter while I'm here. Had a bit of a ride around on that. You just need to be very careful. There's a lot of people come here, rent scooters, and then you see them later on, and they're all bandaged up. They've crashed, they have road rash all over their legs, they're all bandaged up. You see people on crutches, and we call them here a scooter tattoo. That's when you shred your leg up, so, and then you have all the wrap on it, you know. Trip to the hospital. So here's just an example of a menu with Western food on it. A mushroom risotto, 199, 200,000 kip. That's about $15, yeah, Canadian. So it's not inexpensive, but you do get variety. And you know, as we said earlier, the food here is just spectacular. We haven't had we had one meal that we didn't really like. That's what happens. And we're not very picky. So here you have Villa du Rivière. So a lot of French has been retained. There's a lot of people that speak French here. There's also a lot of French tourists. A lot of French backpackers coming around, checking it out. Backpackers come here from many places, but the majority, Ireland, UK, French, Israel, some Italian, and German. So one of the things I want to say about backpackers, some people come here with no regard for cultural sensitivity. And what I mean by that, it's mostly young girls that come here from places that are not warm. So they come and they bring their bikinis, and they think they're coming to like a party town or like a beach destination. They'll be walking around Luang Prabang in a bikini top and in very, very short shorts, you know, revealing pretty much everything. And they're not understanding that the cultural norm, this is a conservative country. It's a Buddhist city. There's 24 watts here, I think. And that kind of stuff is not socially acceptable. It's really frowned upon, and it's lost on them. And you will find actually people telling them about this, and they're shocked, or they don't care actually. And you know, going to places and thinking it's a big party, you know. So what happens here, for example, on the peninsula, the UNESCO site, everything closes at 11 p.m. There's actually a curfew in many parts in Laos that's at midnight, and they're often disappointed to find out that they can't sit and drink at the local bars until, you know, 2 in the morning or something like this. But if you are coming here and you're going to enjoy the nice weather, you must remember you should keep yourself covered up. It's a conservative place. A lot of places won't even allow you in if you're going around to look at Buddhist spots. You're just not allowed in. And this isn't a party town. You're not going to the beach. You could maybe wear that if you go to, you know, swimming at the waterfalls, then it's maybe appropriate to do that. But otherwise it's not. And you'll also get young guys, you know, mostly from the UK, and they're walking around with their shirts off, you know. And again, this is not culturally normal, and it's also not culturally acceptable. And it just shows a total lack of respect for, you know, the local people and the traditions that are here. So if you're coming, consider those words. If you're watching this and you're a backpacker and you're thinking of doing that, don't. Be sensitive. You know, it doesn't take long to get on Google and look up cultural norms in countries, and, you know, walking around, and, you know, it's okay to maybe hold hands with your partner. It's not okay to be, you know, making out on the street side. Seen that too. People are crazy. Totally disrespectful. So we're walking up the Nam Can River, and there's going to be a confluence here with the Mekong, and we're actually going to go up the middle road, which is the main road in downtown Luang Prabang, and show you some of the watts that are there, and just show you some sights. So here we're at the confluence of the Nam Can and the Mekong River, and I don't know if the video is going to show this very well, but there's two different colors. The Mekong is very brown and sandy, and Nam Can is very kind of green waters actually. Here, this spot gives us a really good view of the two rivers. Yeah, they just have this massive construction project going on all along the river. They had some pretty serious flooding here earlier this year when they had the major typhoon that came through. But they're building up all this new water area. They dredge the sand out of the Mekong, and that's what they use. It's you can see the dredging boats, and it's pretty cool actually. Wow, here's a nice looking Honda Wave scooter. That's in really good shape. It looks almost brand new. In fact, it might just be brand new. You know, all throughout Luang Prabang, you're gonna find Wats, Buddhist temples. And you hear the drumming in the morning, the drumming at night. It's a really cool cultural experience. You'll see monks around town all the time. It's really neat. Younger ones, older ones. Super cool. Lots of little restaurants and shops. We're on the main road now. This is kind of the main business district. It's where all the tourists come. We just finished Chinese New Year, and that was really cool. It was super busy. Unfortunately, we didn't get to film, but you can't do everything. So we've just passed 2 Wats just within 2 minutes, and then there's another one here. I think the count is something like 24 of them in Luang Prabang. I may be wrong. If I am, you can correct me down below. Anyway, it's a lot. And then across the street, just a half a block along, there's another one. Here you can rent an electric scooter, 150,000 kip. Lots of spas. You can get a massage, get your nails done, this kind of stuff. You can cross over here and check out this Wat. See what we got. And you guys know we love doing the language test. We're going to try to pronounce the name of this one. Vat Srimung Kun Jairam. Vat Srimung Kun Jairam. Cool. We'll just go have a peek here. Must remember to take your shoes off. And I also take my hat off. We'll go in and see the Buddha. And we always put a little bit of money in the donation box at the Vats when we go in. Helps keep them funded and operating. Very cool. Here is the drum at the Wat. And then there's another kind of bell or gong, I think. Oh, there's a huge Buddha over here. We're gonna go check this out. This is really neat. So on the main road, things are obviously a little more busy. You have cafes, restaurants. Here's a beautiful bakery with lots of people sitting outside. Then you have your tuk-tuk drivers. They're always hanging around looking to give people rides. And we're gonna go another 100 feet here. And there's another Wat, Sup Sikaram. That one's easier for me to pronounce. Look at the architecture here, this is great. And then in the following block, what do you got? Another one. More Wats. Wow, look at the size of this Buddha. You can see here, they also have a big drum. If you're a big fan of doing Buddhist Wat touring, this is like one of the best places probably in the world to do that. There's just so many concentrated in one area. Okay, now this is really peculiar. This I don't quite know. We were on the grounds of the Wat, and there's a shrine with a Volkswagen Beetle in it. This is part of the museum archives that belonged to a very prominent person, monk. I think that's the beginnings of making a spirit house. Spirit houses are all over at businesses, people's houses. If you're Buddhist, it's a big thing. This is a beautiful building here. Like I said, you can get things at all different price points. Here's an information board on how to do morning alms with the monks. Alright, so we're going to stop and get a bite to eat here. Local restaurant. Here's a menu. Local prices. Really good. Got all sorts of stuff on here. So Sarah's ordered stir-fried rice noodles. And I'm getting the noodle soup pork spicy. Of course, you get all of your condiments if you want to make it spicy or more sweet. Some soy if you want. Fish sauce. Spicy, yeah? Yeah. That looks good. It's not ours, but it looks good. Okay, so we got some dogs in here now too. So we're just waiting for Sarah's dish. Mine's here. It's cow soy noodle soup. If you watch our channel a lot, you know I love cow soy. So we'll see what this one's like.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
That's better.
Yeah, at first they just brought the noodles out, forgot the rest of the meal. So they brought it around now.
It's hot. You have to wait a minute.
Okay, cow soy. Street noodle. That's what it translates to, yeah. So we'll have to see how spicy this one is before we add anything. Otherwise you can really burn yourself. Get a dish that's way too hot. And I like hot. It's got fried garlic on top. Wow.
I don't know why the shape of the noodles matters, but the rice noodles are always better when they're bigger.
Size counts. Bigger is better. Okay, we'll give this a bit of a stir. And then try out the broth. Not spicy at all. Try the noodles. It's pretty good, but it's really mild. There's really not a lot of spice to this at all. Even though it's red in color, no spice. Okay, so we need to fix the spice situation here. Going for Old Faithful chili paste. Now this is dangerous because a little goes a long way. So we'll put that in, see what happens. Kind of stuck to the spoon. Get the rest of it in there. So that little amount of chili paste stirred in, you gotta be so careful. You can go from like a mild dish to like 20 out of 10 and be like, I can't eat this. Get that mixed in. Go back to the broth. Wow, my eyes are watering. That little amount of chili paste really made this hot. Super hot, very spicy. Now my eyes are running. It's very spicy now. If you go to Thailand first and you have cow soy, and then you come to Laos and have cow soy, you'll be like, these are not the same dishes. And they're not, they're different interpretations on the same dish. Cow soy in Thailand is more like a curry. Here it's more just like a soup. In Thailand it's very spicy. Here it comes mild. When you put the chili paste in, you can see the oil from the chili paste come out, and then you know you're gonna get a spicy dish. Holy smokes. If you served it like this to most people, they'd be like, I can't eat this. I really like it. Wow, I'm like sweating eating this. Ooh. Super good, super tasty, nice broth. Bloody spicy. That's my own fault, as usual. Have to stay near the bathroom for the next couple hours after this one, I think. Fire noodles can do a number on your stomach. Ooh, holy hell, that's spicy. Runny nose now. Sarah's got so much food, she's gonna have to take some of it to go. So that one meal is basically 2 meals. It's about 40,000 kip. It's like $3 or something like this. Total, crazy. My soup is under $3. Down to the end of the bowl. You guys know how I do this. Wow, beautiful. Great meal. When we pick restaurants, we don't generally do things like Google reviews. We just look for something that looks local. Generally something that's got some tables and chairs outside that doesn't look fancy. The fancier the place, usually it's not really our budget, but it's also typically the food's not what we like. So this one's got mismatched tables, not the best of decorations. It just looks like a hole in the wall, and the food's freaking outstanding. All right, so I made that cow soy so spicy. I was sweating so much, my hair is wet. Whew. And I need another haircut by the looks of it. I already had one here. I'll have to get one more before we go, maybe. Okay, so that is Banchek Restaurant on the main road, Luang Prabang, directly across from the Miniso if you're looking for it. And I can recommend that place if you're looking for very good prices on very good local food. You won't go wrong if you eat there. Okay, we're gonna go head down the rest of the way down to where the night market is, I think. It's not open, but we'll show you where it is. And then we're gonna make a right-hand turn. We're gonna go head down to the Mekong River and show you that. And here's a place offering all you can eat. It's an Asian grill Lao barbecue. It looks really good. Looks a little pricey, I think. Well, we'll see here. What do we got? Wagyu beef. Barbecue pork ribs, full size, 100 grams, 320,000 kip. 21 bucks. Looks like a high-end restaurant. Beautiful places here. Dog's just going down the middle of the road now. Very funny. So there is good ATM access in Luang Prabang compared to some other places we've been to. Not every machine will accept Western bank cards. Some are just for the local people, so you might have to hunt around sometimes, but they are there. Wow, look this, another wok. So in terms of safety, you know, it's interesting when you look at travel advisories and stuff like this. It's interesting to note that, for example, our Canadian government says to exercise extreme caution in Laos, you know, for various reasons. And we've seen none of that at all. It's a very safe place, very welcoming. We've heard of no crime whatsoever while we've been here. And there's very little police presence. I think we've seen police maybe 5 times. Here's a really cool tree. Sarah, what kind of tree is this?
I think it's a banyan.
Has all these runners coming out of it. Show you this. Super neat. It's like they just come out and hang down to the ground. So we're actually going to go down to the Mekong first, and then we'll walk up by where the night market is. There's just great restaurants all around Luang Prabang. You just got to do some digging and see what kind of cuisine you like. Check online, see if they're open. Some of the hours can be kind of funny at some places. So this restaurant here, it's labeled Nisha 2. It's actually M&M. serves absolutely fantastic curry. We've been here a couple times while we've been in Luang Prabang, and I would highly recommend coming here for some food. It's really good. We've had great dishes there: chicken tikka masala, beef pepper curry, aloo gobi, dal makhani with paratha and rice. Absolutely amazing stuff. They order you, when you order, they ask you how spicy you want, 1 to 5, 5 being the hottest. We ordered 4 once. Holy smokes, we were on fire. And I like hot. But the next time we went, we had 3. Really good. There's a hot pot place here down by the river. So the main road in the middle, top of the peninsula, that's where most of the action is. On the riverside, on the Mekong, lots of guest houses, restaurants. You can sit down by the water and have yourself a nice meal there. You know, it's really nice. Great location. A little pricier.
Not always, and the sunsets are absolutely beautiful down here. The farther south you can get, sort of away from the tip of the peninsula, the better the sunset is on the Mekong.
Yeah, we've been a couple of times and sat at a place called 360 Sunset Bar. Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. Sabaydi. Americans will like this. Obama coconut. I'm going to get back to the politics for a second. So, the Obama coconut place. So, back in the day, Barack Obama was the first, and I think only US president to actually come to Laos. It's significant because the United States did significant damage to this country during the Vietnam War. And it's not something that they really talked about. The American public wasn't even really aware about it. The Americans dropped so many ordinances on this country to stop it being a bit of a supply route during the Vietnam War. The worst part is they left behind 80 million unexploded ordinances that to this day still cripple, maim, and destroy families and their livelihood. The country has a hard time promoting and growing agriculture because these things are buried on farms and in the poorest regions of the country. And 1 minute you're hoeing in your garden, and the next minute you're blind and missing an arm and a leg, or you're dead. So Obama came, and there was a bunch of money put into it, and there was some projects that were started. One is the UXO, or whatever it's called, unexploded ordinances, and this was mostly funded by the USA, executed by some Americans and locals that are trained in clearing these things. And until recently, now the Americans, Donald Trump, has gutted US aid, stopped all payments. Those efforts have stopped. All right, we'll head a little bit farther down here and see what we got. Here's a great view of the Mekong River. All these river boats and ferries. The other side is also Laos, and you can take a ferry over there, check that out. And you can see, when we said earlier that this is a really relaxed, chill place, you know, this is a Saturday afternoon, and you can just see how calm this place is. It's quiet, it's relaxing, it's great. That's really not accurate. 1,200 kilometers to Canada? I don't think so. Maybe 12,000. Maybe they just missed the 0. Here's an example of one of the sunset boat cruises. What the boat looks like. And they'll have food and a bar, this kind of stuff. Lounging chairs. It's actually really affordable. The price of these things is not very bad. No, bo cup chai. Everyone's always trying to sell this stuff when you're on this road, you know. Tuk-tuk taxi, boat cruise, blah, 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 blah. The answer, bo cup chai. B-O, bo cup chai. No, thank you. And they can be pretty insistent though. If you want to see videos about boat cruises, you can go back in our catalog here. We have a playlist for Laos, and we have the boat trip along the Mekong River from Hoi to Pak Bang, Luang Prabang. There's 2 videos. One covers each day, and you'll see what it's like to slow cruise on the Mekong. Okay, so here's something interesting, a barber shop. And check out where it is. And to get your hair cut, you have to go down these death-defying stairs. With no hand railing. Crazy. Probably cheap rent. Laos is often skipped by people coming to Southeast Asia. We go to Thailand, Vietnam, maybe Cambodia, but not Laos. I don't know why. It's a little undiscovered. Highly recommended. It's my favorite place so far. You eat all the food and interesting cultural stuff without the busyness and noise of Thailand. Oh, coconut cruise. Coconut cruise, 442 hours, 250,000 kip. Free 1 drink and 1 snack. Not free, it's included in your 250,000 kip. That's a 2-hour cruise for 17 bucks. Pretty good. Value for money. In Laos, you do really well. Take a little detour here up a side alley and see where we end up. So this is winter in Laos. We've had really great weather here in Luang Prabang. We actually haven't had any rain in Laos since we've been here. And we're staying for a full 2 months. It's just very nice. Some cool mornings and cool evenings, but for the most part it's been really great and actually quite hot. It's kind of a nice relief today to have some cloud cover and just a little bit cooler weather. A bit nice of a change, you know. Yeah, there's just so many hotels and guest houses. This is interesting. This place here, the room rates are quoted in yuan, Chinese currency. We get a lot of tourists from China here. So we're actually walking down the street right now where there's a morning market. It's now finished. Just some stuff being cleaned up. Unfortunately, there's a load of trash left behind. But it will be cleaned up and it'll be ready for tomorrow. Little restaurant here. Looks like they got some dishes and pans here you can pick from. It's probably really good. So the morning market has a ton of meat, food, seafood. It's also got, you know, spices and stuff. There's still some stuff out. Dried jackfruit, dried mango, cake flour, coconut, Mekong seaweed. Some kind of looks like beef jerky here. More than likely, actually, it's pork. And there's still restaurants going. You can tell just by looking at that place, the food would be good. All along here is food carts. These are all busy at night during the night market.
I think it's the tomato sauce for their pizza.
Yeah, I thought it was like an unattended pot, but, well, it is unattended, but it's for the pizza place. They just leave it on there. They're obviously reducing it or something. Or they forgot that it's turned on. Yeah, this would be happening at night. Okay, so we'll just show you where the main part of the night market is. Happens every night of the week. The main road that we were walking on earlier, the first section of it, is closed to traffic for the night market. People come out with retail booths selling everything from art to jewelry to you name it, it's for sale. And then there's a food component. Obviously all of these carts, they're all selling something. But then if you cross over the road, You cross the road here, you'll see there's the main area of the night market. They actually have a stage where they can do live music, and all the tables and chairs for you to sit and eat, and then you have restaurant carts all the way around it. Korean food, dumplings, ramen, spicy noodle, 60,000 kip. It's expensive, isn't it?
Well, for what's basically boxed noodles, yes, I would say so.
Yeah. I think the night market is really a tourist thing, and tourists like to pay too much for stuff. What do we got here? Roti. Roti, not English, not an Indian roti.
Malaysian style.
Malaysian style. Plain roti, egg roti, banana roti, Nutella. Roti spicy with egg.
Prices are okay on that.
Yeah, the prices are okay on this one. Kebab chicken, pizza, wonton noodle, barbecue duck. This looks good, Chinese food. Wonton with barbecue pork. Pork over rice, wonton noodle barbecue. Yep, that's good. Chick chicken. So yeah, like Sarah said, it's Korean chicken. Atomic hot, that sounds good. 60,000 kip large. Meh, not bad. Chicken's not cheap here. Chicken's not cheap in Laos. So anyway, that kind of gives you an idea how big this night market is here. And it's packed every night. Except for nights when it's raining. Bo Cup Chai. Bo Cup Chai. Oh, the tuk tuk guys are dead today. They're just hurting to do some business, you know. It's a little cloudy. People don't go out maybe as much. It has been really hot lately, so a bit of a break. What the heck? Here's a toy. No, I don't know. It's a rifle. Maybe it's a BB gun or paint gun, paintball gun. Anyway, so we don't need any more food right now because Sarah's still got leftovers. We're just going to show you here one of her favorite places to get street food. This is like animal intestines on a barbecue. It's like super inexpensive. How much is that, Sarah?
I think it's 3,000 kip per skewer, which is about 20 cents.
Street grilled animal intestines, we think. We're not sure.
It's a mix, but it's definitely mystery meat.
Yeah, you gotta like surprises in your food sometimes in Southeast Asia, because sometimes you just get some weird stuff. That's okay. If you're a picky eater, I don't know, might be a hard place to stay unless you want to just get the safe Western food all the time, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our tour today around Luang Prabang. A little bit of discussion around the city, what it's like to be a visitor here, what you can expect when you come, and what it looks like. If you got some value out of this video, I'd ask you hit the like button down below. It tells the algorithm that people like our content, and it'll share it to more people, help us grow our channel. My name's Jay.
And I'm Sarah.
We're a couple of crazy Canadians. We left our careers, sold pretty much everything we owned, decided to travel the world full time. We make travel videos about places we go and talk a little bit about living a nomad lifestyle. We got lots more videos to come, and we got lots in our back catalog. That's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one.